In the world we live in today, being overweight or obese is considered generally a health problem that is detrimental to one's life. With this in mind, it is a common belief that people with this condition are unable to engage in any form of sporting activity. Alas, this is a very wrong notion. The NBA, as we all know it, is a league where players from different backgrounds can come to excel and show their talents, irrespective of their size. Over the course of history, the NBA has been blessed with its fair share of chubby players who eventually went on to have a significant impact in one way or the other. With that said, in today's video, we will be taking a look at some of the heaviest players to ever grace the NBA court. But before we go into the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you never miss any updates from us. Now, without further ado, here are the heaviest NBA players of all time. At number 10, we have Khalid El-Amin at 200 pounds. Born and raised in Minnesota, Khalid El-Amin played for the University of Connecticut men's basketball team before he got drafted to play in the NBA by the Chicago Bulls after his university team went on to win the NCAA championship, otherwise known as the National Collegiate Athletic Association, in 1999. For many, they thought Khalid would go on to be one of the best players in the NBA, but his weight put an end to that fairy tale. Khalid had a peak weight of 200 pounds, and his time with the Chicago Bulls was short-lived, playing a total of 50 games in the league. He averaged 6.3 points and 2.9 assists per game. For a guy the size of a refrigerator, those aren't bad stats. He went on to play for European team Strasbourg and Maccabi Ironi. After retiring from professional basketball, he returned to Minneapolis, where he is now the assistant coach for the boys' high school basketball team. Khalid's career might not have gone as he had planned, but at least he made an impact as one of the best plus-size players the NBA has ever seen. Number 9, Zach Randolph, 260 pounds. For those of you who don't know who Zach Randolph, his story is not too dissimilar to that of Khalid. A hot college prospect that was expected to take the league by storm, but his weight had other opinions. Zach Randolph, nicknamed Zebo, got drafted into the NBA by the Portland Trail Blazers after catching their attention playing college basketball for the Michigan State Spartans. He later went on to play for 5 other teams over the course of his professional career in the NBA. Although his time in the NBA was not as smooth as he would have wanted, Zach had a few career highlights, such as winning the NBA Most Improved Player in 2004 and making the NBA All-Star team twice. He did all these even with a peak weight of 260 pounds. Astounding! He joined Team Trilogy in the Big 3 League after leaving the NBA. I guess it was a fitting way to end his rather average NBA career. Number 8, Craig Smith, 265 pounds. For someone to be nicknamed the Rhino, it's easy to come to the conclusion that he would be very large. Craig Smith was born November 10, 1983, popularly called the Rhino due to his notable size and work ethic. Craig Smith had a peak weight of 265 pounds, and after playing for Boston University from 2002 to 2006, he was selected by the Minnesota Timberwolves, where he signed a multi-year deal in the 2006 NBA draft. He averaged 7.4 points and 5.1 rebounds in his rookie year, 2006-2007. It didn't matter what he weighed, as Craig impressed the NBA fans and was a very integral part of the team's success. According to the opposing teams, Craig was quite scary, and the very sight of him charging at you was enough to put you off your game. Number 7, Greg Ostertag, 290 pounds. Born in March 1973, Greg Ostertag was not only a plus-size player, he was also terrifyingly tall. He stands at 7'2" and has a peak weight of 290 pounds. He played for Utah Jazz, where his size was put to good use in their defense, and with him playing in this position. The Utah Jazz made back-to-back appearances in the NBA Finals in 1997 and 1998. For someone of his incredible size, it came to no surprise that Greg was very clumsy, with no skill and no offensive prowess in his arsenal. Even with everything working against him, he was still one of the most efficient shot blockers in NBA history. Ostertag would go on to become the first NBA player to donate an organ after donating a kidney to his sister Hal Ostertag. Number 6, Al Jefferson, 293 pounds. Born January 4th, 1985, and raised in Mississippi, Al Jefferson played high school basketball for Prentice High School in his hometown, and in 2004, Jefferson became the first high school player to be drafted by the Boston Celtics. Not considering his size, he played mainly as a power forward, and in his rookie season averaged 6.7 points and 4.4 rebounds in 14.8 minutes per game. One similar problem faced by players in Jefferson's weight class was injury, and with a peak weight of 293 pounds, he faced a lot of them, especially with his ankle. He later went on to lose a substantial amount of weight after hiring a professional chef, and on the 23rd of March 2019, Jefferson announced his retirement from the NBA. After retiring, he signed to play in the Big Three League just like Zach Randolph. Number 5, Charles Barkley. Not a lot of people knew about Charles Barkley until he joined the NBA in 1984. Born on February 20th, 1963, and raised in Leeds, Alabama, Charles Barkley, also known as the Chuck, joined the NBA after getting drafted by the Philadelphia 76ers. He was the 5th pick of the 1984 draft. Charles was a real superstar, even though he had a peak weight of 300 pounds. His NBA career was highly decorated. He won the NBA MVP in 1993 and also featured in the NBA All-Star team 11 times. His successes didn't end there. He would go on to win 2 gold medals at the Olympics for the USA team. Although he was majorly deployed as a power forward, Charles was an all-rounder, earning the fans' admiration anytime he stepped on the court to play. Charles Barkley, after retiring, became an analyst inside the NBA. Number 4, the Tractor Taylor. Robert Taylor was born on February 1st, 1977, and raised in Detroit, Michigan. The now late Robert Taylor was expected by many to be a big-time league player with his peak weight at 320 pounds. He was expected to bulldoze his way through opponents and make a fast rise to the top of the league. After getting drafted by the Dallas Mavericks in 1998 and traded to the Milwaukee Bucks, Taylor became a huge flop and battled weight problems throughout his career. He finally left the NBA after a decade. After leaving the NBA, he played in countries like Turkey and Italy in Europe. Sadly, on the 11th of May 2011, Taylor died of a heart attack in his Puerto Rico apartment. Number 3, Eddy Curry. If we rank players based on their performances, Eddy Curry would be one of the biggest flops in NBA history. Eddy Curry was drafted straight out of high school by the Chicago Bulls, and they certainly had high hopes for him, but he didn't live up to the expectations. He had a staggering peak weight of 350 pounds. He also battled with heart conditions throughout his playing career. According to his former coaches, Scott Skills and Harry Brown, Eddy was unable to defend and rebound, which made him close to useless. These reasons made his highly anticipated career in the NBA crumble. Number 2, Shaquille O'Neal. Switching gears from a flop in the person of Eddy Curry to a successful player in Shaquille O'Neal. Big Shaq, as he was popularly referred to, was born on March 6, 1972, and raised in Newark, New Jersey. It is an undebatable fact that Shaquille O'Neal was undoubtedly one of the best. He had a peak weight of 360 pounds and stood at a height of 7'1", and it was no surprise Shaq was a force to be reckoned with. He was drafted into the NBA by Orlando Magic as a first pick in 1992, and he quickly became a fan favorite, winning the Rookie of the Year in 1993. He was also the only rookie to win the NBA MVP after Michael Jordan. He announced his retirement via social media on June 1st, 2011. O'Neal tweeted, "We did it. 19 years, baby. I want to thank you very much. That's why I am telling you first. I am about to retire." Shaq left his mark on the NBA and will forever be remembered as one of the league's best. Number 1, Oliver Miller. Oliver J. Miller, born on April 6, 1970, and played college basketball for the University of Arkansas and was by far the biggest NBA player of all time in terms of size. Oliver Miller had a peak weight of 375 pounds and a height of 6'9". He got drafted by the Phoenix Suns in 1992, which saw him play in the NBA for 6 years, a time that saw him become the heaviest player in NBA history. He played for a while overseas and returned to the NBA for the 2003-2004 seasons. In the beginning of his career, he officially weighed 270 pounds, but in the later years, Oliver's weight skyrocketed to a whopping 375 pounds. His weight ensured his NBA career was short-lived. A couple of years later, he was found guilty of first-degree assault and possessing a handgun in 2011 that saw him serve a year in jail. With that, we have come to the end of today's video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends. Until next time, stay safe.